I need to tell you something, and I need you to really hear me. That thing you're chasing, the promotion, the house, the respect, the body you think you need, whatever it is that you think is finally going to make your life work, it's not going to give you what you think it will. I'm Robert, 103 years old. I fought in a war most people only read about in history books. And I spent 50 years of my life after that war running after things that were never going to fill the hole I was trying to fill. 50 years. That's a long time to be chasing the wrong thing. So sit with me for a few minutes. Because what took me half a century to figure out, I'm going to try to give to you right now. And maybe, just maybe, you won't waste as much time as I did. Maybe you'll stop running long enough to see what's already in front of you, what's already inside you. We all do this thing. We all say, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll be happy when I pay off the house. I'll be happy when I retire. I'll be happy when people finally see me for who I am. I said that my whole life, my whole damn life. I came home from the war in 45, 22 years old. I thought, okay, I survived. I made it through hell. Now I get to be happy. But there was always something else. Always. First it was, I need a job. Then it was, I need a better job. Then it was, I need to prove I'm more than just a soldier. Then it was, I need people to respect me. Then it was, I need to build something that lasts. The finish line kept moving. You think you're almost there, and then you look up, and it's further away than when you started. I spent 50 years running toward a finish line that didn't exist, and I see you doing the same thing right now, today. You're telling yourself, just this one more thing, just this promotion, this house, this achievement, and then I'll be okay. Then I'll finally feel like I made it. But you won't. I got everything I thought I needed, and you know what? There was always another thing. Always. Let me tell you something about myself that I'm not proud of. I came home from Europe in 1945. I was 22 years old. I'd seen things most people can't imagine. I'd done things I still don't talk about. And I thought that was enough. I thought surviving meant I'd earned something. Respect, maybe. A place in the world. Some kind of validation that I mattered. But when I got home, nobody knew what to do with me. I wasn't a soldier anymore. I was just another guy looking for work. Just another body walking around town. I watched other men who came back, men I'd fought beside, and they were lost. Some of them drank. Some of them couldn't hold a job. Some of them just sat in their houses, staring at nothing. And I was terrified I'd end up like that. So I made a decision. I decided I wasn't going to be just another veteran people felt sorry for. I was going to be somebody. I was going to prove that I was more than what I'd done in the war. I was going to build something, achieve something, become something people respected. That became the thing I carried, not my rifle, not my memories, but this weight, this need to prove I was worthy of the life I got to keep living. I survived Normandy. I survived the Bulge. I survived things that killed better men than me. And for what? To spend the next 50 years proving I deserve to be here? That's what I thought. That's what drove me for half a century. So that's what I did. I worked. Lord, I worked. 60, 70 hours a week sometimes. I missed dinners. I missed my kids growing up. I missed baseball games, birthdays, the little moments that you think you'll get back to later, but you don't get them back. They're just gone. I was building something, though. I was becoming somebody. By the time I was in my 60s, I'd done it. I had the title, the office, the respect. People called me sir. My name meant something in this town. And you know what? I felt nothing. I mean, I felt something. I don't know how to describe it. Empty, I guess. Like I climbed all the way up this mountain, and when I got to the top, there was nothing there. Just another mountain. I remember sitting at my desk one day, door closed, looking out the window, thinking, this is it. This is what I gave up everything for. My kids were grown by then. They had their own lives, lives I wasn't really part of because I was too busy building mine. My wife and I, we were more like roommates than partners. We lived in the same house, but we weren't really together. I'd spent decades chasing this thing, this feeling of being enough, and I got everything I thought would give me that feeling. The success, the respect, the proof that I wasn't just another veteran collecting a pension, but the feeling never came. I was still empty, still searching, still wondering when I'd finally feel like I'd made it. It took me another 20 years to understand what happened. 20 years. I'm a slow learner, I guess. Here's what I finally figured out. I wasn't chasing money. I wasn't chasing titles. I wasn't even chasing respect. I was chasing a feeling. I wanted to feel like I was enough, like I mattered, like I was worthy of being here. That's what I was really after. And I thought if I just achieved enough, if I just climbed high enough, if I just proved enough, I'd finally feel it. But you can't get that feeling from a job title. You can't get it from a paycheck. You can't get it from people calling you sir. That feeling, the feeling of being enough, I could have given that to myself the whole time. I didn't need anyone's permission. I didn't need to earn it. I just needed to decide that I was worthy, that I mattered, that I was enough exactly as I was. I could have done that at 25. I did it at 83. That's 58 years I wasted trying to earn something that was already mine. I survived a war that killed millions. I came home when so many didn't, and I spent the next half century trying to prove I deserved it, trying to prove I was worth the life I got to keep. I was looking for validation from the world when all I needed was to validate myself. The same thing happened with my marriage. Different story, same mistake. I thought if I provided enough, if I gave my wife the house, the car, the security, she'd be happy. We'd be happy. That was my job, right? Provide. So I provided. I provided the hell out of that marriage. But you know what my wife actually wanted? She wanted me there. She wanted me listening. She wanted me present. And I wasn't. I was at work, or thinking about work, or too tired from work to be any kind of company. We almost split up when I was about 56, and it wasn't because I wasn't successful. It was because I was gone. Even when I was home, I was gone. She told me once, I remember this clear as anything. She said, "Robert, I don't need the money. I need you. I need you to look at me. I need you to hear me. I need you to be here." And I didn't understand. I thought I was being there. I was paying the bills, wasn't I? I was keeping a roof over our heads. It took me a long time to understand the difference between providing for someone and being present with someone. They're not the same thing. Providing is what you do. Being present is who you are. And I'd spent so many years doing that I forgot how to just be. I forgot how to sit still. I forgot how to listen without planning my next move. I forgot how to be in a room with another person without needing to accomplish something. I'd become so good at achieving that I'd lost the ability to simply exist. I'm 103 now. Most of the men I served with are gone. The ones who are still here, they're in their 90s, hundreds, like me. And I've noticed something. The ones who are miserable, they're still chasing, still comparing, still keeping score. I got a friend, Charlie. He's 98 years old. We landed on the same beach in '44. And he's still mad that his neighbor has a nicer car than him. 98. Still looking over the fence. Still measuring himself against other people. And he's miserable. Absolutely miserable. Then I got another man I knew from the service, Frank. He's been gone a few years now, but before he died, all he talked about was what he didn't have. His health wasn't good enough. His pension wasn't big enough. His kids didn't visit enough. Everything was a complaint. Everything was a problem. He was unhappy as long as I knew him. And he died unhappy because he spent his whole life waiting for something outside of him to change so he could finally be okay. But then I got other men. Men who survived the same hell I did, and they got something different. A lightness, a peace. They're not trying to prove anything to anyone. They're not keeping score. They're just here. My friend Joe, he's 94. He doesn't have much. Small apartment, fixed income, health isn't great. But he wakes up every morning grateful. He told me once, he said, "Robert, I spent 60 years trying to be somebody. Now I'm just trying to be here. And it's so much better." That's the difference. It's not money. It's not health. It's not even family. It's whether you've made peace with yourself, whether you've stopped chasing and started being. You want to know what real freedom feels like? I'll tell you what it feels like. It's not having a bunch of money. I got friends with money who are trapped in their own heads, worried about everything, can't enjoy anything. Real freedom is when the things that used to bother you don't bother you anymore. When someone says something nasty and it rolls off you like water. When you're not walking around needing everyone to like you. When you can look in the mirror, see a 103-year-old man looking back at you, and say, "Yeah, that's me, and I'm okay with that." Real freedom is not needing anything outside of you to be okay inside of you. And that takes most people a lifetime to figure out. Some people never figure it out. They die still chasing, still waiting, still thinking happiness is around the next corner. I retired when I was 67. Thought I'd finally feel free. Thought I'd finally relax. You know what happened? I started worrying about the next thing. Retirement savings. What if the market crashes? What if I run out of money? What if this? What if that? The fear didn't go away when my circumstances changed. The fear just found something new to attach itself to. And that's when I realized something important. The fear doesn't leave when your life gets better. The fear leaves when you change. When you decide you're not going to let it run your life anymore. When you decide that you're okay right now, today, regardless of what happens tomorrow. That's an inside job. No amount of money can do that for you. Here's the trap, and I need you to really understand this. You think once you get the thing, you'll be satisfied. But you won't. There's always another thing. Always. You solve one problem, another one shows up. You reach one goal, you set another. That's just life. That's how it works. So if you're waiting until everything is perfect to be happy, you're going to wait forever. Because it's never going to be perfect. Something's always going to be wrong. Something's always going to be missing. I heard someone say once, the journey is the destination. I didn't understand it when I was younger. Now I do. This is it. Right here, right now. This is your life. Not when you get the promotion, not when you meet the right person, not when you pay off the debt. Now, if you can't find some peace on the way to where you're going, you're not going to find it when you get there either. I promise you that. I've been there. The arrival doesn't feel like you think it's going to feel. Everything I thought I wanted, the title, the money, the respect, I didn't actually want those things. I wanted to feel safe. I wanted to feel like I mattered. I wanted to feel loved. And I was looking for those feelings in all the wrong places. So here's what I want you to take from all this. Stop waiting. Stop telling yourself, I'll be happy when. That's a lie. I believed that lie for 50 years, and all it gave me was 50 years of postponed living. Whatever you think you need to be happy, you don't need it. What you need is to decide you're enough right now, today, with everything exactly as it is. You're enough. You hear me? You're already enough. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to earn it. You just have to accept it. I'm 103 years old. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've chased a lot of wrong things. I've wasted a lot of time. But the one thing I know for sure is this. Everything you're looking for is already inside you. You just got to stop running long enough to notice. I tried to earn my worth from a job, from achievements, from other people's respect. I could have given it to myself at 25. I gave it to myself at 83. Don't wait as long as I did. You already have what you're looking for. You always did.